Hello, I'm Professor MJ, University Statistics Professor. Do you want some NFL betting tips for week number 9? You are at the right place, my friend. Last week, we won 2 picks and lost 1. It still left a sour taste in my mouth since the losing bet was the pick graded 5 stars. I cannot believe the Colts blew a 14-point lead at home against a running team. I recommended taking Indianapolis when the point spread was 0, while claiming I expected the Colts to become 2.5-point favorites later in the week. That is exactly what happened. We got great value, so I don't regret the bet at all. Let's recap how the NFL picks have done so far in 2021 as a function of their star rating. You can see the performance of those picks on your screen right now. Overall, we have a great 18-9-1 record, which amounts to a 67% winning percentage. Even the leans or unofficial picks have been profitable thus far. Meanwhile, proposition bets shared with paid members on my Patreon page have shown a 28-18 record, a 61% winning percentage. That is one of the benefits of joining the numerous other smart sports investors on this platform. You also receive betting tips on college football, the NBA, and very soon college basketball. Follow the link below to get all of my betting picks. For week 9 in the NFL, I've got 3 official picks as well as 3 leans. Most of you are used to seeing me pick much more underdogs than favorites in the NFL. Well, let me tell you that you are in for a big surprise this week. Let's do this!
My daddy's NFL pick is the Buffalo Bills. Go Buffalo go!
Pick number 1, rated 4 stars, goes to the Buffalo Bills, minus 14 points at the Jacksonville Jaguars. There are a few teams in the NFL that tend to do well as big favorites. They don't shy away from crushing weaker opponents without slowing down. The Bills, the Packers, the Buccaneers, and the Rams are among them. Last week, the Bills beat the spread as 13.5-point favorites against Miami, but it was not easy. Indeed, they led by just 6 points with less than 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. After getting a scare, I don't expect them to look past the Jaguars, especially playing on the road where you cannot afford to let your guard down. The Bills are 4-1-1 against the spread, or ATS, as the visiting team when facing a squad with a losing record. They have also enjoyed quite a bit of success in Jacksonville, as evidenced by their 4-1 record ATS in their last 5 trips over there. One more thing I like about Buffalo is their very short injury list. The only starter who is likely to miss the game is left guard John Feliciano. Tight end Dawson Knox has a 50-50 chance of suiting up this Sunday, but all other starters on offense and defense are in good shape. I also like how these teams match up. The Jaguars' defense has done a fine job defending the run this season. However, they rank dead last against the pass in terms of passer rating allowed. That does not bode well when matching up against the Bills' offense, who likes to throw the ball a lot. Josh Allen and company should have no trouble shredding Jacksonville's defense. Meanwhile, the Jaguars have stunk on offense, especially through the air. The ground game has had some success, but running back James Robinson left last week's game in Seattle. If he does not play, I like this bet even more. But even if he starts, I have no problem betting the Bills. There are also many trends going against Jacksonville. Just to name a few, they are 3-7 ATS the last 10 times they were underdogs, and have not covered the spread in any of their last 5 home games against a team with a winning record. For all of these reasons, I am putting my money on Buffalo laying 14 points. Most sportsbooks have a spread of 14.5, but some still have 14.0 at the time I made this video. I like it.
Pour faire pour aller dans une porte ici.
Pick number 2 is rated 2 stars. Las Vegas Raiders laying 2.5 points at the New York Giants. The rest factor gives a big edge to the Raiders. As a matter of fact, they are coming off their bye week while the Giants lose 1 day of preparation after playing last Monday in Kansas City. Do not underestimate the importance of this factor. Saquon Barkley, Kenny Golladay, and Sterling Shepard are uncertain to play. Considering the New York Football Giants have their bye week coming up, they are likely to sit, so they can be in better shape for the second portion of their schedule. They represent a big part of New York's offense. Speaking of injuries, the news are much better in the Raiders camp. The following 5 starters are likely to be back on the field: running back Josh Jacobs, star tight end Darren Waller, left guard Richie Incognito, and cornerbacks Damon Arnett and Trayvon Mullen. That's a lot of good players coming back to give the team a boost. However, just before publishing this video, I heard the news of Henry Ruggs getting waived after killing a woman in a car accident. This new piece of information does not change my pick. I have also read a report about how road favorites coming off their bye week have done extremely well over the past several seasons. Such teams tend to be solid football squads, and it has been shown that those types of teams tend to make good use of the extra time to game plan against their upcoming opponent. The last 21 times the Giants were home underdogs, they have gone 5-16 ATS. In my opinion, the Raiders are a good value wager as 2.5 point favorites here. Pick number 3 is rated 1 star. It goes to the Indianapolis Colts minus 10.5 points against the New York Jets in the Thursday night game. I am taking advantage of the Mike White rebate. What do I mean? Last week, the point spread on this game was 14.5. Following the 405 passing yard performance by White last week, the line dropped a full 4 points. I am not buying the hype. All it's going to do is make sure the Colts don't underestimate the Jets. And since Indianapolis lost a heartbreaker against the Titans last week, they will be fired up on primetime television. There must be a reason why Mike White had not played a single snap in any of his first 3 seasons in the NFL. He completed a lot of short passes against the Bengals last week, and the Colts will be ready for him. Don't forget that White has still thrown 4 interceptions in just 2 games. Upsetting the Bengals felt like winning the Super Bowl for the Jets. The party is over and it will be time to get back to earth. I don't like the Jets' chances of keeping it close with such an inexperienced quarterback under center, playing on a short week and on the road. That's a lot of hurdles to overcome. Wide receiver T.Y. Hilton will miss the game, but it does not bother me that much. The Colts are much stronger than the Jets on both sides of the ball. They will be at home and with added motivation after dropping that game to the Titans. Sitting on a 3-5 record, Indy must win this game. I expect the Colts to take this game by a 31-13 score. Just for fun, here are some unofficial picks that I like to call leans. Lean number 1, Cincinnati Bengals minus 2.5 points against the Cleveland Browns. Cincy holds an 11-2 record ATS in their past 13 meetings with the Browns, including 5-1 at home. The Bengals are much better throwing the ball than running it, and it happens to be Cleveland's weakness on defense. Indeed, they rank 21st in terms of passer rating allowed. The Bengals are healthy, while the Browns are not. Lean number 2, under 50.5 points in the Chargers versus Eagles game. The Eagles can be effective on the ground, while the Chargers' run defense ranks dead last in terms of rushing yards allowed per attempt. For this reason, I expect Philly to keep the ball on the ground and run out the clock in order to leave Justin Herbert on the sidelines as often as possible. Also, my statistical models project a total of 48.8 points.
The next NFL pick is the San Francisco 49ers.
Lean number 3, the San Francisco 49ers plus 1 point against the Arizona Cardinals. I am not making it an official pick because Arizona gets 3 extra days of rest after playing last Thursday, and they are 6-1-1 ATS over their last 8 meetings with the Niners. However, San Francisco will be looking for payback after losing 17-10 in Week 5. They get Pro Bowl tight end George Kittle back. Jimmy G played great against a tough Bears defense last week, and Arizona's run defense ranks 31st in terms of yards per carry average. And Kyler Murray might miss the game. Otherwise, he will be limited running the ball. I wish you all a nice and lucrative weekend. Again, if you wish to get my NFL proposition bets before the 1 p.m. games on Sunday, as well as before the Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday night games, simply sign up on my Patreon page, whose link is in the description of this video below. A quick reminder that the cost is just $4.25 per day, and you also receive all of my betting tips on college football, the NBA, and college basketball. I'm Professor MJ, PhD in statistics, saying so long, my friend.